with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
All right, so we're going to do the UCLA USC video in 2 parts this week, separate videos. First one we're going to do is UCLA because that win at Arizona State was so huge. And if you saw me on Twitter, you know why I put that quote from Sam Jackson in Pulp Fiction. Because UCLA went down to the Valley of the Devil and did the Lord's work by beating the Sun Devils and not wilting under pressure. Now, to all my Arizona fans, I am not saying you live in hell, but I am saying the devil does have a vacation home from time to time there. So, don't take it personal. But anyway, big ups to UCLA's resolve in that game. Down 14-zip. They stayed home, they stayed tough, and they found a way to win that game. So, Kylie Fairbairn, big ups to you for that 33-yard field goal to win the game. I doubted you earlier this year. You proved me wrong. Well done. Brett Hundley, big ups to you for that final drive in the last minute 33. Your first game-winning drive in front of your friends and family from nearby Chandler, Arizona. Big ups to you. Big ups to Jim Mora and the coaching staff because, as I said last week, this was going to be a game where they had to prove that everyone was well prepared. They didn't lose hope on a tough road game, and they kept everybody focused and showed their resolve. This is definitely a win for the coaching staff, so big ups to you guys. And finally, big ups to Jonathan Franklin. 164 yards on the road, 2 touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. I want to make sure I have that right. Yep, 2 touchdowns. Put the team on his back when they needed some tough yards. And I said Arizona State could be susceptible to the run. He ran over them, so big ups to you. He's now 20 yards away from the all-time rushing record at UCLA. More on that later. But most importantly, UCLA for the first time since 2005 is bowl eligible in October at 6-2. That is a great accomplishment. Raise your hands if you saw that coming. I didn't see it coming. I thought they were going to lose this game, honestly. But they did, and it's a great sign that we're bowl eligible early in the season. I said for me the goal was to not just get to a bowl, but to be competitive. But right now, I mean, they don't look just competitive. They look hungry. They look very much resolved. And even though this is a young team, they're probably going to lose a game in the next 4 games they shouldn't lose. But their resolve is impressive. That's a game they can look back and say, if you played the way you're supposed to play, we can beat anybody. So, big ups to the coaching staff for that one. Big ups again to Brett Hundley, who is now set a freshman record for most touchdowns in the season. What more can I say about him? I can't say anything else about him. He's just, I mean, Petros Papadakis on the telecast said he's the most mobile quarterback UCLA's had in 40 years. If that's true, wow. Because I can't compare him to anybody. He's that good, that special. So, next week, UCLA's got to go to UCLA's coming home to Arizona. And believe me, Arizona is going to be ready to get a SoCal sweep. Like I told y'all before on this video series, Matt Scott of Arizona is the most underrated quarterback in the Pac-12, and he showed it against USC. And he picked them apart like nothing. And as worried as I am about that UCLA secondary, it could be an ugly day if they don't get their act together. So, that's going to be something to watch. But watching the Arizona game, I think UCLA can definitely win that game in the air. They can pass on them, and I'm really proud of UCLA's passing attack, really showing some more. Big ups to Damian Thigpen for catching those 2 touchdowns against Arizona State. So if UCLA's passing attack can remain strong, then that can set things up for Jonathan Franklin to kind of do his thing. Arizona's definitely got a very fast, aggressive defense, and it's going to be a tough game. But if they stick to their plan, if UCLA sticks to what they need to do, they should win this game. And finally, if you're going to go to the game or watch the game, keep an eye on Jonathan Franklin because, as I said earlier, he's going to break the school's all-time rushing record. And he's got 20 yards to do it. He's probably going to break it in the first quarter. So big ups to him because, as I read in the LA Times this past week, on his recruiting class, he outlasted a lot of guys who came with him into that program, including City Section Player of the Year, All-State running back Milton Knox out of Birmingham High School. He outlasted all of them. Jonathan Franklin did. And it's a testament to his resolve, to him overcoming early struggles, fumbling early in his career, and just showing how great a football player he is. We knew he was a great leader. I knew he was a great football player, but showing the program that he is indeed a great student athlete and somebody they're going to be very proud of representing at the next level, whatever he does. So, big ups. Watch the game. Enjoy it. Peace.